Hey guys, I'm back again, and as you can see, I'm at work on my lunch break, so I decided to do my review of Another Country, James Baldwin. So yes, finally finished it, and it was really fantastic. I gave this book 5 stars over on Goodreads. Review will be up as soon as I possibly can get it up, probably this weekend. But let me tell you all about this. Now, this book is about 425 pages, I think it is. This book is told in 3 parts, starting with the first part, which features an African American musician. I think he's a drummer, and his name is Rufus Scott. And basically, the story revolves around a group of artists and writers and musicians. And we basically see their interactions with each other and in society. Now, the book, I think, is mostly focused on the late 50s, I think it is. But this book was released, I think it was in 1962, yeah. So I think the book came out at just the right time to be accepted. The thing that I loved about this book was the epicness of it all. And it is one of those slow burns, as we say. It goes like this in crescendo. So every time you pick up the book to read, you just don't want to put it down, and you're anxious to see what's going to happen next. So we're talking about a story that is layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. All of the major themes that Baldwin deals with, which are sexuality, race, relationships between men and women, relationships with men, and family relationships. All of this is dealt with in the book, but it's dealt with in a way that he has managed to get everything in. Now, writing style is also very interesting as usual, because Baldwin was a very good descriptive writer. That is, he was very good with describing emotion in the way someone is feeling, and he does it in a way where you cannot avoid the ugliness of everything. He gets right to the point. Now, the thing that I found interesting was the way he decided to use the first person and a third person. So third person is basically the narrator speaking to us as the reader, trying to get insight into who this person is and what they're going through in the situation. And then the I is always whoever is the main focus of that particular section. So there's a lot of switching back and forth, but it's not at all problematic. It's very easy to follow. The length of the book is not at all a problem. If you're interested in this time period and you're interested about reading about, American literature, and you want to read about homosexuality and race and a lot of the other difficult parts of America during the 50s, you're going to be interested, and you're not going to want to put this down. I can't say the main theme is homosexuality, but I would say every theme has its level of treatment within the book. So you don't have more one than the other. They really are combined one with the other. And if I remember correctly, Danielle said that one time that he can't write, and I think even I said it because I think I read it on the back of one of the books or something, but Baldwin cannot write about racism without writing about sexism. They go together. Like, those are things he cannot separate. They're just intertwined pretty much. And you see that in the book very well. It's extremely well done. And he doesn't miss a beat in this book because he points out every aspect that one can even think of at that time period that was a problem. He pointed it all out in different areas of the book. Now, you're thinking, because I'm saying it's the late 50s, that it's not going to be very relatable to 2014. And no, you're wrong. It is relatable to 2014. And I think that is what is so amazing about this book, is that it has just as much value now in 2014 as it had, I'm sure, when it came out in the 60s, that we can relate to it and things. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I said, check it out. It's very good. If you're interested in reading Baldwin, this is more like what I was expecting from Baldwin. Giovanni's Room is, I would say, a light dose of Baldwin. If Beale Street Could Talk is a little more of a dose of Baldwin. It's sort of like in between Another Country and Giovanni's Room, but this one is more like the Baldwin that I always remember, hearing speak and that kind of thing. This is more or less more the kind of novel, I was expecting. Now, I have some good news, is I will be discussing Another Country with the lovely Danielle over at One Small Paw on Saturday, this Saturday, and it will be 4 o'clock Paris time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're interested in checking us out, talking about this book, come on over, ask us some questions. I will leave below all of the important links. I will leave Danielle's channel because it will be over on her channel. I will leave our Twitter handles as well, because if you want to ask a question, it might be easier to ask us through Twitter than to ask us directly on YouTube. It depends. And I hope you will join us to find out more about what we think in detail about Another Country. Bye.